Yeah, Jason, Sergeant Jason Cullum is here from EPD. Now, we're in Warwick County this morning, but this all started in the Evansville area. So, Sergeant Cullum, this first came out as around 4:15 or so as a shots fired call. What then led into this chase?
When we had officers responding to the shots fired call, we learned that somebody had actually been injured by gunfire, and one of the responding officers saw a black SUV that was leaving the area of the shooting call. That officer attempted to pull the vehicle over, but the driver refused to stop, which led to the car chase across the east side of Evansville and into Warwick County. The driver drove out into one of the farm fields near Epworth and Telephone Road and then abandoned the vehicle. We had a perimeter from Evansville officers, Vanderburgh County and Warwick County, that set up on this rural area. We were able to contain him in an area. We were able to establish who we thought was driving, and in communicating with the Warwick County deputies, they figured out that he had relatives that lived close to where the vehicle had been abandoned. So they came to an address at 9300 Telephone Road and found him hiding on the property. So we were able to take him into custody at that location without incident. We are handling this right now as two separate incidents. We have the shooting and then the car chase. We don't have anything right now that directly connects the driver of the SUV to the shooting. As we continue to investigate both of these incidents, if we start to uncover that information, then obviously we'll connect these two events together.
What difficulties did all the law enforcement face this morning? Because this was happening in a field with no lights, and the sun had not risen yet.
One of our newest tools that we've talked about a lot recently is our drone. We were able to establish the perimeter, which is almost all farm field where we're at, and keep them contained and then bring the drone out. And it has the infrared technology that they were able to send it up, and it started checking the field looking for heat signatures. So that prevented the officers from having to go out into the middle of this field in the darkness after somebody that may have been armed. So that helped eliminate a lot of areas that they would have to search. And then as we started gathering information, we were able to get a specific location to go look, and we were able to find him. So the use of our newest technology actually made this a little bit easier for our officers to get him this morning.
How did it come about that it was led to this particular scene where we are right now, that this is where the suspect had been located?
Once we got a name of a potential driver, we were communicating with the Warwick County deputies who were out at the scene. They started checking their information, and they determined that the driver had family that lived at 9300 Telephone Road, which is in eyesight of where the vehicle had been abandoned. So just the use of intelligence, old information, and communicating between law enforcement agencies is what helped catch him this morning.
Do you know what led that officer, EPD officer, to want to begin to pull this vehicle over? Because it could have been any vehicle in that area.
At 4:15 in the morning, there's very few motorists that are out. So if you're responding to a big incident like that, especially if you have information that something may have come from outside the home on a shooting like this, you're going to look for pedestrians, you're going to look for vehicle traffic. And if you only see that one, you've got enough there to at least make a quick stop and determine if it's been involved. And in this case, the person decided to take off. We know that the person that we've taken into custody has a felony warrant, so that may have played a role in his decision to flee the car stop. That's why right now we're going to handle these as separate incidents and then see if we can connect them as the information comes in.